So it is a great pleasure to talk to John Proctor, who is a deacon for the Diocese of Clifton. What it is exactly that you do?
I have now been given pastoral responsibility for 2 parishes to be the first point of contact for any issues that arise in the parish. I'm also head of finance now, so my job is to recruit, develop parish treasurers, manage the finance committee, and deal with everything that comes from that.
You were in the finance world as a profession before.
I was in life and pensions and investments before, yeah. I've been a deacon for 32 years.
32 years, okay. Which means that for a number of years you were a minister in the church, and yet at the same time you kept your job.
So one of the common questions that I would be asked by people is,
Yes.
how do you be a part-time deacon?
Hmm.
And my response has always been, I'm not a part-time deacon. I'm a full-time permanent deacon. So I have to be a deacon whatever I'm doing in the family, in the world of work, and in the church.
Can you explain a bit more? What does it mean for you to be deacon in these different aspects of your life?
And what I do and the way I live says something about my ministry. And therefore, as you can imagine, in the world of finance, that was a very careful line to tread. And what I found was that people started coming to me in work to talk personally about their issues. I think there is a tension in the life of the family just because of the amount of work that sometimes can be involved. So there is an intrusion. My family, when I became a deacon, were all very young. So I had 3 children, probably under the age of 5 when I was ordained.
I understand that for most of your life you have been involved in charitable activities. Okay.
I'm part of a lay community, a lay ecumenical community, the Elaborate community. When we moved to Wilton in Salisbury, we bought a convent, and the nuns asked if we would continue, 1, to keep the chapel, and 2, to feed the men of the road that called. That house would hold 10 people. We now have about 80 to 90 homes, and we are supporting probably 2,500 people a year.
Alabre is a Spanish word. It means I will praise. When I first started Alabre, it was very simply to provide a place of shelter and food for those who are homeless. Over the years, this has developed, of course, considerably way beyond that.
Homes for Veterans provide supported accommodation to veterans that are homeless or at risk of homelessness.
We're a drop-in centre for 13 to 25-year-olds.
The main benefit of Barnabas House is getting someone to independence, getting someone ready to live their own life, got past their issues and ready to be an independent person.
We offer training activities and development. We do ICT, carpentry, horticulture, and we are hoping to add catering facilities.
There was an advert in our parish magazine looking for volunteers to come and help homeless drug and alcohol abusers. And having had a fairly misspent youth, I thought, but for the grace of God go I, so I came and helped them.
Is there a way in which being a deacon has shaped the way in which you have performed this role?
Our training tells us all the time that the 3 aspects of diaconal ministry: service of the word, service of the altar, and service of the poor. 1, it's important to have the ministry of the diaconate in the world of work. And I suppose because I've had the support of the community that I'm part of, that has helped me to really pursue the work with the poor. You asked earlier, why become a deacon? Why not a lay minister? My experience was, as a lay person, you didn't really have any say. And I would say now, of course, that really is bearing fruit, because we now have a priest who delegates, and he would put me on exactly the same level as himself, if not higher, in making the decisions.
Would you like to become a priest?
Throughout my life as a diaconate, when I was working, I would say no, because I saw the ministry clearly being in the world of work. Now I've retired from the world of work, I can see many benefits with our shortage of priests of being priesthood. I really believe in the wider church, having people of the ordained ministry in the world of work, mixing with everyone else, is an opportunity to take God's word to the world. for the world in which we're living today, we need people who are used to the ways of the world and who can decide that there and recognize there is another way. Is because I work ecumenically, and but for 30 odd years I have met with all the others once a month in prayer, and I'm accepted by the others. And, one Anglican vicar was going on holiday, so he rang me up and he said, "John, just come and do a family service." That's great. And I thought that was a real testimony to the journey I'd been walking on for many years of just building that trust and relationship with other churches. And the world lies around you. Go out and minister. Go visiting people. Meet them in the market, whatever. Work with the poor. Your ministry can be vitalized in doing that. They need to be pastoral people. They need to be people who feel comfortable at sharing in the pain of others, comfortable in walking alongside other people, being really good befrienders, and bringing that message of positivity and hope into all those situations. And you find as you get involved, whether it be with the poor or with ordinary parishioners, if you're prepared to share your life with them, they actually will walk alongside you and share the deepest things they have.